It is Monday. I'm about to go ride. Let's look back at last week real quick. I ended up with 174.44 miles, 11,375 feet of climbing, right on the nose at 10 hours on the bike last week. 2 hours and 58 minutes doing yoga. Well, I mixed in, I had 0 walks last week. That's no good. A little bit of weight training. So I feel good about that. Let's look at that again. 10 hours on the bike. I'm hoping for at least 12 hours on the bike this week. Today, I'm hoping for 4+ hours. I made a 80-something mile route. I'm going to head out here in just a bit. I will be honest, my motivation is pretty low. It looks nice out. It did snow over the weekend, so there's some snow on the side of the roads. Try not to be too worried about black ice. It is like 35. It's going to get up to 40. I'm going to loop down towards South County, some of my old stomping grounds, and then head back north. I plan on stopping. I've got 2 goos, some maple syrup. My bike is out on the breezeway with my 2 bottles on it. Both cameras, which are also flashing lights front and back. And yeah, hopefully I snap out of this humdrum attitude. All right, first stop and 22 miles in. Definitely feeling a little bit more motivated. I rerouted one little part, so I'm not really sure exactly how many miles I'm gonna do total. 80, 85 maybe. Been riding pretty hard. A couple of intervals, 18.2 average speed so far, 207 average watts. I did do a nice 20-minute interval at 213 watts, 10 minutes at 283 watts, 11 minutes at 223 watts. So yeah, definitely pushing. Last 2 days were just inside, so nice and easy. My hands were getting a little bit chilly at the beginning, so I decided to push the pace. I think I'll probably keep it around 180, 200 watts for the rest, but you know how I can be. Probably like 60 miles left, 3.5 hours. Down in Richmond, like 45 miles in, exhausted. Stopped to get food. I'm home, I'm tired. 90 miles. Probably 30 miles too long, but that's okay. I mentioned earlier that I did 10 hours on the bike last week. I just did 5 hours and 10 minutes today. Good start for a big week. Maybe next week is a recovery week. We'll see. Let me get out of these clothes, take a look at the numbers in just a second. All right, let's take a quick look. But to be honest, I've had just enough bikes for today. 5 hours and 10 minutes, 91 miles, 5,000 feet of climbing. Average power, 185 watts. Says I burnt 3,900 calories. You gotta love the Strava AI, their athlete intelligence. Epic long distance ride with nachos as motivation, because I said motivated by nachos because that is what I will be eating for dinner. Crush personal records on segments and maintain consistent power across a challenging 91-mile route. Once again, personal records. No personal records. Local legend. Some third overalls, some second, local legend. Those aren't PRs. Personal records. Bike ended up pretty dirty. Ended up just doing that one stop, ate the apple pie, filled up on the Gatorade, and I'm done for the day. See you tomorrow, maybe. Another cold January day. Another day thinking about bikes all the dang time. Following up that Monday ride, I ended up just spinning nice and easy on the trainer yesterday for like 35, 40 minutes or so. And I spent the day at the bike shop yesterday. It's cold as hell out. It's 18 degrees right now. I'm heading to go visit my friend Seth from Rotation Engineering. Seth Carlson, previous guest on the It's Just a Hill podcast. Time to drive into Connecticut. Usually I ride my bike into Connecticut, but today, driving. Rotation Engineering. See you there. All right, so I'm out here in like central Connecticut, northern central Connecticut. I'm sure it's still eastern Connecticut. I didn't drive that far. About an hour, 20 minutes or so from home. Heading to Ellington. Not very familiar with this area. I did end up like driving through some areas that I've ridden my bike through before. Be nice riding out here, I bet. Some of the IJAH stomping grounds. I went through that intersection where I ate a grilled cheese the first time I did IJAH, which did not agree with my intestines on that ride. But yeah, this should be fun. I'm gonna check out where Seth and Rotation Engineering makes their stuff. They're making bottom brackets right here in Connecticut, which I think is really neat. Rotation also makes waxes and degreaser. Maybe you saw that in the previous video. It's a great degreaser. I used it to clean my bike just yesterday, actually, after that ride that I did on Monday. Check out Rotation Engineering. Hopefully we will be doing more stuff with them in the very near future. I always feel a little sheepish to bring a camera around and shoot a bunch of footage of a place I've never been in before. Big machine shop. They're working on a lot of different parts, a lot of different things being manufactured here. It was really cool to see. Sat down with Seth, talked about some plans for 2025, some rotation engineering sponsorship of It's Just a Hill, of some of the events that I'm going to be doing. So make sure to keep an eye out for that sort of stuff. Check out Rotation Engineering. Talk to people at MBX about them if you want. Next time you're down at the shop, you can get a bottom bracket. They make lubes, they make waxes, the great degreaser you saw in the previous video. I'll cut to some pictures of some of their parts, their website and stuff on this part of the video, some of the machining that they do. Really cool work. Here's to a good 2025 with Rotation Engineering being one of our new sponsors. Check them out. Now I'm gonna head home and hopefully be motivated enough to do an hour-and-a-half workout on the trainer. What? That's what I thought. We're doing it. We're making the trek up the steps. Oh, gotta get one. So many important things when you get on the trainer. Headphones, water bottles, of course my Switch controller. Okay, so now that I've actually started spinning, let's take a look at how my week is looking so far. I'm at 101 miles on the week. So I did that 91-mile ride, and then I spun my legs on the trainer yesterday for the equivalent of 10 miles. And that puts me at 5 hours and 46 minutes for the week. And let's check out my yearly goals where I'm at. So I just did yoga before the ride. Of my 500 activities for the year, I've done 22 so far. That leaves me 478 left. Oh my God, this is only a 2-minute warm-up. I gotta keep this quick. And then I'm currently at 22 hours, 44 minutes on the bike. 700 hours is the yearly goal. I got 677 hours and 16 minutes to go. That puts me at 6 hours behind the plan. Just get another hour and a half for the legs. Plan on riding the trainer tomorrow too. Hopefully to get outside Friday, Winter Bike League Saturday. So like I said, a 2-minute warm-up, which ramped up from 140 watts to 180 watts. And now I sit at 180 for 23 minutes. So that shouldn't be too bad. Right about the middle of my zone 2. And then gonna be some like sweet spot for the bulk of the workout. There's the workout. 14 more minutes at 180, then 5 minutes at 240, 5 minutes at 230, back to 240, back to 230. And then 5 minutes at 150, and then repeat the 240, 230 set. So 2 20-minute blocks, alternating from 240 watts to 230 watts for 5 minutes in each 20-minute block, and then 20 minutes at 180 watts at the very end. I'm not sure if saying it out loud makes it better or worse. Still sucks. I've been feeling really good lately. Been eating really well lately. I think shooting the vlog and being better at editing it is sort of holding me more accountable in a way. Where like, I'm trying to have this be a year where I feel really good, feel really fit. So yeah, my HRV's been on the rise. My watts per kilogram is on the rise. This is all according to Garmin Connect, where I sort of track all my stuff. I track my sleep. I do my meditation there in the morning through my Garmin with my watch. Currently it says my cycling VO2 max is 55. My resting heart rate last night was 42. My training status is maintaining. It seems to always be maintaining. I think I just gotta be better at alternating workouts. Maybe after today's workout, it will say I'm progressing. And my training readiness for the day, right now 62 out of 100. So pretty solid. Sleep score was excellent. I've been trying to be a lot better. I've been about not eating before bed, specifically like hopefully 2 hours before I go to bed, starting my fast then. And even if it's a 13-hour fast, if I started at 5 p.m., then I have no problem eating at 6 a.m. to properly fuel my day. I talked about intermittent fasting before. I do have a relatively toxic relationship with food. I feel like the bike helps me find the balance, but sometimes I ride so much that I feel like it like justifies too many cheat meals. Believe me, I love a cheat meal. I love a cheat meal Sunday with my wife, going out to dinner, making some nachos at home or something, but really should be like a once a week thing. Sometimes I do it too much, especially late after a nice long ride. If I do 3 or 4 hours, you know, the training's still there, but I'm not doing the right recovery when I eat like shit like that. Not giving myself the right type of sleep when I eat like that close to bed. So 10 more minutes at this interval. I've been doing this for 14 minutes. And talking to the camera is a distraction, so feeling good. This is a relatively short 1.5 hour workout, so I won't be consuming any calories during the ride. I do have 2 full water bottles, just with high quality H2O. I did have some oats about an hour ago, and I had some yogurt early this morning. Eat a lot of yogurt, eat a lot of oats. Try to keep it as clean and unprocessed as possible, even though I'm sure you've also seen me eat a Hostess apple pie once or a dozen times. I'm not saying I'm great, I'm just saying I'm trying to be better. Well, I have 3.5 minutes left at this 180 watt interval, but my heart rate is saying that it's 86, which it isn't. It's probably like 110. So I gotta go switch this damn battery. right, I think we're back to normal. If you're a cyclist and you use button cell batteries, make sure to have like 20 of them. They're easy enough to change out, and yeah, now I'm feeling pretty good. 116 BPM, definitely not 86. Hopefully I can get my legs back loose in the next 3 minutes to feel pretty okay about pushing for the 20 minutes after that. 230 watts now, 5 minutes left. Total recover at 150 watts for 5 minutes, and then another 20-minute block alternating, 5 minutes, 240, 230, 240, 230. Oh my word, it's the sweatiest I've been up here in a little while. Okay, so 5 minutes, little recovery lap, 150 watts. Make sure if you're sweating on the trainer at home, fans are important. I've got 2 pointed at me, and then 1 ceiling fan, and also towel, sweat guard, whatever. Protect your bike. I've got this sweat guard over my top tube, and a couple of those, it's just a hill, classic custom towel strips over my bars. You don't want those fancy parts rusting on you because you've been salting on them for weeks, months, years. I've seen some horror stories of salty, corroded under the hoods, bars snapping. No good. You gotta treat your trainer bike right too. You gotta oil that chain, lube that chain, charge those batteries, all that good stuff. All right, I should probably stop talking to get my heart rate down. Woo! Okay, got it down to 116. Here we go again. Let's see where it gets in the next 5 minutes. Down to 230 watts. I was up at 148 heart rate at the end there. Let's see if it comes down at all in the next 5 minutes, even though I'm still at 230 watts. Yeah, 149 now. Too much talking. Pretty pleased with getting it down to 144. 30 seconds left, and I'm back up to 240 for 5 and 230 for 5. Then 180 for 20. That's about 30 minutes left if you're keeping track. I know I'm counting down the milliseconds. All right, I made it to the 180 watt section. 20 minutes to go. I don't think I would have finished if I didn't have this camera here and the sort of accountability that comes with it. Feels good. Heart rate was up around 150 for those last 5 minutes. Now it's slipping back down. Probably still around 130, 125, 130. Okay, 1 whole minute left. Those last 20 minutes were a little bit torturesome, but rewarding, I guess. Rewarding in the long run. Right, it's not about any one ride. It's about the full process. It's about the training stacked up over time and how you learn from it and how you grow from it. Back on this death trap tomorrow. But before that, podcast with BSB tonight. Make sure you're watching the It's Just a Hill podcast here on YouTube or listening wherever you get your audio podcasts. Getting ready to head out. Classic January outfit here in the bright green and the orange. First day I've ridden outside. Today is Friday since Monday. So first day since Monday. I do have my new Sheehy Labs Garmin mount. Check this out. When I was running a Specialized saddle, I had the mounts just to like screw into the back of the saddle. But that only worked on my gravel bike. Did not work on my road bike because of my saddlebag. So I was just using the regular old elastic bands that Garmin provides. And let's be honest, it's pretty bulky. Now, some people say that they spin around a lot, and I think that's probably the case with people who have round seat posts. My seat post is not round, it's D-shaped. That also creates complications for when you want to, buy a third-party mount. Sheehy Labs, right here in Rhode Island, made me this mount, gave it to me for free. Thank you, Sheehy Labs. They also put this MBX logo on it, which is really cool. You can buy these at MBX. They're behind the counter, right where their Garmin's and their Wahoos are, and they have them for this Garmin Varia, the one with the camera, and then the regular sort of Garmin mount, just like the quarter turn for the Garmin Varia without the camera. It's like the RTL or the RCT, depending on which one you have. It's nice and snug. It was really easy to put on, just like 2 screws. This plastic piece just wraps right around once you take this out. So there's no need to like take your seat post out or anything. Really, there's enough flex here. That's nice and snug. And it looks clean. And I love a clean aesthetic on a bike. Does look a lot cleaner than those rubber bands. So check them out, sheehylabs.com. They have them for all different types of bikes. Round seat post, the Cervelo seat post. They've got Cannondale ones. I think they've got Cervelo ones. They've got the Specialized ones, the tarmac, work on the tarmac and all that sort of stuff. And for all of your round seat posts, your aluminum seat post, your alloy, whatever you're working with. You got a titanium seat post. You're riding around on some Linsky with the titanium seat post, some Merlin seat post. Man, someday. A man can dream. Someday I'll have a titanium bike. I just think they're so clean looking. Whew. All right, I'm going to go ride. Today is the day I release the 69th episode of the podcast, and I will be doing a 69-mile ride. It's sunny. It's probably 32, 33 degrees currently. Hit the road, Jack. I am out here, Killingly, Connecticut, 22 miles in. Motivation isn't super high, but that's okay. I'm feeling pretty good. About 1/3 of the way in. Riding into the wind a little, but it's super nice out here. Been riding in Eastern Connecticut a lot. Just ate another goo. If you recently watched the podcast and you saw my parody song from Men at Work's Down Under, yes, there will be a Lemon Sublime goo parody on the way. I think I'm gonna hit some roads I haven't hit that many times, maybe some roads that are totally new to me. I gotta get cooking. Started a little bit too late and I don't want these stop slots too long, so back on the bike. You know, they say don't go chasing waterfalls, but some really nice ones out here. Really nice river. I'm not sure which river it is. If I remember, I'll look it up on a map and throw it on the screen. Really nice waterfall up here. I remember the first time I rode by it. It was unlike the first century that I did with over 6,000 feet of climbing. It was me and my dad. We went up into Massachusetts, then to Connecticut. This is Putnam Road and River Road. It's cool because it's half frozen. It's a beaut. Whew, it was a cold one. Trying to get that endurance back. Pretty good ride. 69 miles, 4 hours and 12 minutes, 16.4 miles per hour. Nice and endurance pace. Winter Bike League tomorrow. That's all for today. I'm in my winter costume, and this is Winter Bike League. The troops are gathering. It's, what, 33-ish degrees. Not that sunny.
Bam!
There you go. Daddy!
All right, so Winter Bike League. If you've been here before, you can help each other out during the ride, letting people know sort of how it goes, right? But the idea is it is a sort of relaxed ride for the most part, other than the segments where people attack segments. I would like for us to all try to stay together as much as possible, but I think there might be a time where we split too much, and if we're waiting too long at the end of segments because it's cold, maybe we'll split up into an A group and a B group. Start the ride by pacing together and staying together as much as we can in a 2x pace line. It's mostly back roads, you know, so I think we can stay 2x as much as possible. If we're on really busy roads, I'll call out single file, but I will try to like stay on the front for a good amount of time. I think the first segment is kind of soon. It's close to here. So we'll warm up a little bit. It is an uphill segment. Once we get to the end of it, or once you get tired, we'll sort of soft pedal and take a right onto Bungee Road. We'll like stop there. We'll try to regroup as best as possible. Having the route on your head unit is important. Pointing out things in the road, calling out turns, all that sort of stuff, right? So just like clear communication. It's not necessarily a race, but we are gonna like turn up the pace on those segments. Anything I'm missing? Any questions, comments, concerns?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Warm right up. Yeah. Look at that snack.
That, you can get that at any gas station. This guy thinks he's gonna impress me with a builder's ball.
I don't got nothing crazy, but you know, good try. Something I never bring out on a ride.
That's already better, dude. That's like a coffee cake.
Yeah, it's coffee.
Show that in the camera right
Yeah,
there.
that's good.
Espresso beans, that's me.
What you don't know is how long
That's pretty
he's got
good.
beans?
Hey, he's got beans.
Yeah.
One segment down. Phew. What do you have to say for yourself?
I should have wore thicker socks. I've never been outside with these boys.
Is it true that for motivation during rides, in your headphones, you're listening to Free Hubs?
No, I'm listening to Blink-182. No, I don't have headphones.
Oh.
No, but I'm listening.
Oh wow, I didn't realize.
I'm listening to Freebird.
Listen to Freebird.
Listen to Freebird.
All right, just on repeat. All right, we're almost done with our ride, but there's a dog that's chasing the group, which doesn't bode well for me. No, stop. Hi, pup. Go home, pup. Yeah, go home. Don't come and chase me. No, don't chase me. Get out of here.
Get back here, right now. Come on.
It's okay. Oh, at least she said sorry. The dog was like nipping at the wheels of everyone in front of me, which is most of the group. I'm kind of in no man's land right now. Hammered the 3 per second was pretty good. Felt good on the first one. Second one, I started it way later than everyone else because I was off the back after a botched intersection. And then on the third one, we had some people miss the turn, so some of us took the opportunity to hammer it. So we'll see how that all pans out. Now we're heading back for coffee.
Picture of those guys over there.
Carlos, what are you taking pictures of?
He's killing us. Hello.
Great day for the Winter Bike League. A little bit warmer than last time. Rode really damn hard. Ridden pretty damn hard this week. Gonna upload my ride. See where I'm at numbers wise. Feeling good about the week's riding so far. Let's see where I'm at. So Strava gives you a relative effort number, which is interesting. I don't really know how this number is computed, but it says that my score for the week is at 655. It was telling me to keep the range between 285 and 571. And so 655, if you're not a math whiz, it is bigger than 571. So I guess that means that I'm like overreaching, which is kind of what I'm trying to do this time of year. Still am behind on my goals. Let's take a look at those real quick. I think I'm spot on the yoga goal actually, but I'm like 3 hours behind pace for my 700-hour goal. So that's not that bad. It's still early in the year. I definitely will be doing more longer rides. It's kind of just like hard to justify those. But today sort of put me at like the biggest week that I've had. And it is only Saturday, so I'll have one more day to ride. This is like the biggest week I've had since September, which is good, at like 240 miles. So much easier to pull these things up on your phone sometimes. The UI on Strava between your phone and the computer is like oddly different. If anyone else has the same complaint, feel free to commiserate with me. Let me know in the comments about the things that you don't like about Strava. Because as much as I use it, I don't think it's perfect by any means. I'm going to take a look at the segments for today. So if you're not familiar with Winter Bike League, it is a thing that we at It's Just a Hill host. There are 6 stages total, 2 every month. Today was stage 2. It was a 35-mile route. I think we had like 12, 14 or so riders. And what we do is we give you, you are awarded points for showing up. Everyone gets 5 points for showing up. If you show up to all 6, you get an additional 5 points. And then there are 3 segments on each stage. And that's broken down into, you get 3 points if you're first place, 2 points if you're second place, 1 point if you're third place. And there's also a wild card. This week was whoever has the ride snack that impresses me the most. And so today, Carlos Loso, he gave me a little bite of this exquisite coffee cake when we were actually, I just eaten some lemon pound cake, and then Carlos was like, you want to try some of this? And so he gets the points. Some other people brought some things. Adam had some chocolate covered espresso beans. Let me pull up the 3 segments. First one, Rocky Hill climb after Chapel Road, not to be confused with Chapel Road. Second one was Jackson Schoolhouse climb, and the third one was the road to Isengard, which is on Gaza Road in like Burville, I think. And it was a good day overall. I am pretty tired. Like I said, pretty big week. Hoping to do a nice and easy ride tomorrow. Hopefully I can keep myself under control. It is going to be like 40 degrees or so, even though it's raining right now. And so it should cap off a pretty big week. So for the year, I'm at 40 hours, 537 miles, 16 personal records, and 51 activities on the year. Total year. That's pretty good so far. 40 hours, including yoga and everything. I still have done yoga every day. I'm right on with that one. So yeah, feeling good about my training so far for the week. Thanks for coming to Winter Bike League. Make sure you keep an eye out for 3 and 4, which will happen in February and will be up on the It's Just a Hill Strava page. You can find the link to that in the description of this video.